guess is that many of us aren't familiar with seeing this particular scene depicted in Scripture, which is Mary in labor with Joseph. Yes, labor. Labor is something that makes us feel really queasy and uncomfortable to talk about, and so it's very rare that we would see labor depicted in a painting. But I chose to depict this piece, particularly in this season, because I believe rather than receiving new life in the way that we often think that it comes, where we picture Jesus sort of easing his way into Mary's arms and there's twinkly Christmas lights surrounding them, the truth of the matter is Mary brought Jesus into the world of pain. Not only did she go through pain of physical labor, but her and Joseph had the long journey to Bethlehem that was very painful, and they were also under the oppression of Roman rule. There were kings that were killing babies at the time. There were awful, awful things happening in those days, and yet God chose this moment of darkness and through the pain, through the struggle, to bring new life through Jesus. And that is still the invitation of what he's doing today. That when God brings something new and brings new life into the world, it often is accompanied by pain and struggle. Just consider the cross and how painful that must have been for him and for Mary. And yet, Jesus says that he endured because he had fixed his eyes on a future hope that was beyond the cross, the resurrection and the future glory that he would receive. And for those of us who are going through a really difficult time in this season, I just want to encourage you that maybe the ache and the pain that you experience right now are labor pains, that God is bringing something new into your world, into our world. But can we participate with him in the struggle of labor, in the struggle of the cross, and set our eyes on a future hope for what he will do? That with Advent, we not only remember Jesus' birth, but we await a future kingdom that is coming into the world. That one day God will set everything new. That he will make a new creation out of what was broken and destroyed. And all of the pain and all of the loss, he will redeem in his story. It says that he will wipe every tear from our eyes. And he will redeem every part of your story that is broken and shattered by the effects of the sin and death in our world. And so let's fix our hearts in the midst of the pain on that future hope as we await Jesus' coming and petition him in the midst of the pain and the labor in the process.